All aboard! All aboard! Ah, well, hello there. So, you're getting on this train, huh? You know, I've been conducting this train for a good couple of years now. Been through a lot with her. I remember the "I got nothing up my butt" incident back in 2019. There was also the Florida man who threw a Bible at a police officer. Oh, and don't get me started about the year 2020. Oh, boy. So listen, if you're new here, I gotta read this this piece of paper for you. It's sort of a legal thing, you know. Here we go. Warning. The following show may feature some adult language and adult scenarios that are not suitable for those under the age of 18 to 21 years old. If you are under this age, please consult your parents and or legal guardians for permission to listen to this show. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Well, with that out of the way, will you still be getting on? Excellent. Well, let me just punch your ticket for you. And welcome to Trademark's Trainwreck.
Push the button, Frank.
Good evening, passengers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom, all the time. With me here tonight is RandomGreymane.
You know, you can tell the age of people by Push the Button, Frank, or what's the other one from the Amazing Race? There's a movie done in the 60s or 70s or something that's called the Great Race, and there's a push the button something or other. So you can always tell the age of the person by who they know who pushed the button.
Also joining us after quite a long time. It's been a while since we've had you on the show, Mr. QD Hazen.
Yes, well, I've been commuting with carpool, and unfortunately, the driver got COVID, so here I am.
Aw.
He's just really good at evading the nets.
Speaking of
that and your regular guy is otherwise indisposed, so I have been called in as a ringer.
Speaking of the COVID/human malware, everyone, you'll be happy to know that as of this recording, I've recently had my first jab.
Yay!
I believe it is John Bon Jovi who once said, "Oh, we're halfway there. Oh,
yep.
Not a prayer."
I got the first dose of the Pfizer, and looking forward to getting the second one. I will say, in my case, it wasn't too bad, except that, you know, I feel like I've been punched in the arm, and it is kind of difficult to raise my arm above my head.
Yep, that'll go on for a little bit, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yep, well, keep forcing yourself to do it.
Yeah, it'll go on for, like a day or so more at the time of this recording.
Yep.
But yeah,
I
haven't been sick.
Well, that's good. I have to correct myself here. It was the Great Race in 1965. It was Press the Button Max. Because it was Jack Lemmon as Professor Fate and Peter Falk as Maximilian Mean.
Yeah, I've seen that movie, and
So you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
It's Press the Button Max.
mhm.
Okay, so here we go.
Real quick. I want to do some general housekeeping here for our mothership, Celestia Radio, since this recently happened at the time of this recording. If you're on our Discord server, because yes, Celestia Radio does have a Discord server, which you can access through celestiaradio.com, where you can hear the live broadcasts. And currently, that, unless I am mistaken, is the only place you can hear our live broadcast, because the bot that we had on our Discord server that could let you hear it from our server has gone down because of the accompanying program it's associated with.
Okay, first of all, we are also on TuneIn. Okay, you can find Celestia Radio on TuneIn.
Okay.
All right, so there is a separate way to do that. But they literally, on the 28th, when you restarted it on the 28th, it came back with a message saying Groovy is ending its service on August 30th. 2021. Click here or join our Discord to learn more. And it was literally like 3 days.
Guys.
3 days warning, and now I have to find another bot to put in there. And we were paying for that one, and I should get a tiny refund for it, but it was just ridiculous. That's unheard of.
Yeah, gee, thanks,
professional
guys.
companies usually don't do that. Professional companies usually give you like 30 days, or some even go up to a year and say, hey, we're closing down a year from now. But this didn't even give us that warning. It just shut itself down. You can also copy the link and listen to the stream in VLC or any other media player. Okay, it is. Give me a second here.
Yeah, so just so you know, yeah, you'll be unable to hear the live broadcast on our Discord server, but as Gray here says, you can find us on celestiaradio.com or TuneIn, or all those other places that he mentioned, VLC and all that.
Correct. There is actually one issue with the website. We are having a hard time getting our Centova software to work with a secure stream, so the stream is unsecure. You might get a warning. The stream address is http://celestia.aiverse.org:8000/stream. And you can actually open that in any music player, and you should be able to play it just fine. Like I said, though, it's that's a little bit of a hoo-ha, because this has literally left us completely unprepared for this. It's,
so if you're wondering what's going on with our Discord server through RadioBot, that is it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, gentlemen, what has been going on with you this week? And the previous week, rather.
Well, lately I've begun rehearsals for being in the pit orchestra for a local production of Mamma Mia.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, nice.
So so while I am enjoying the music, the play itself is fucking stupid.
Yes, it really is. The only thing that would make it better is if you were the kazoo man.
Look at it this way. At least you don't have to listen to Pierce Brosnan sing. I was forced to sit through the Mamma Mia movie.
Oh, God. You poor man. Sorry, I just now have this visual of Cutie in the fucking, like, the pit orchestra going... just playing on the kazoo in the pit. All the others, like, looking at him like, the fuck you doing?
In all seriousness, though, I am a guitarist for the band, so...
Well, duh. You built your own damn guitar.
I built a bass guitar. And I did build a regular electric guitar as well.
I still remember.
I was thinking about using that one. But it's still like a couple months away, so I'll have time to make sure it's set up if I am going to use it.
I still remember the brief moment of drama between me, you, and Sherlock Cutie when I said, and I quote, "I fucking hate Mamma Mia," and you two just went, "You shut the fuck up."
No.
Oh no! It's not. No, I said I
was-
fucking hate ABBA.
ABBA, yeah.
Which is where a majority of the music for Mamma Mia comes from, and then
Which is where it's where all the music for Mamma Mia comes from.
Yeah, so I was just like, I hate ABBA because of Mamma Mia, and you two were just like,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we'll give you that one, Trademark. Granted, I've done a turnaround. Listening to ABBA fully separate from Mamma Mia is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I have the ABBA's greatest hits on Amazon Music, and I play it in the car, and they don't normalize those tracks. So it's like I'll be listening to something, it's like, it's at like twice the volume of all my other tracks, and I'm like, no, turn that down.
You are the dancing queen.
Pretty much. So, speaking of dancing, I am getting my erector set removed from my left foot tomorrow.
Yay!
So I will no longer be hampered by metal pins and metal rings and bolts and nuts and ow.
Greymane will no longer look like a building that's under construction with all the scaffolding.
You're making me have a sad because I never got to see what the hell was the building. I watched something on it and I'm like, oh man, I really would have loved to see that building, but it was demolished like before I was born or something, or while I was in like grade school, which was the Singer building in New York City, which was a brilliant piece of engineering. And I watched a whole video on it, and it looked gorgeous, when they were done with it. And we don't as a society do those anymore. We really don't. Yeah. Everything has to be nice and straight.
Ooh, KD posted a picture of that building. Yeah.
Yes, actually, it's a beautiful building, or was. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it's a shame they tore it down and they replaced it with just this big square monstrosity of a corporate monolith. So,
well, on that note, I think it's time for the obligatory Trademark's Trainwreck spiel. You guys know how this show goes by now. We first cover the softcore material and then the hardcore material, and we have some musical interludes somewhere in the middle of all that, and one of them is about to come up right now, unless we have anything prudent we'd like to discuss. No?
Not really. We just sort of made a tacit agreement that we're not going to discuss the United States standing in the all-time empire list in Afghanistan. So
yeah.
Prudence. We're discussing Prudence. She's a slut.
I vaguely know what you're talking about.
I just wish she would come out to play.
Oh, my memory wants. I want to remember what that is, but for some reason I can't.
It's a song by the Beatles off the White Album.
Oh. Either way. Heavy political content aside, yeah. We're talking about the dumb fun news, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get to it in just a moment. We'll be right back with Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time, except when you are indeed the dancing queen, young and sweet.
But hopefully older than 17.
Alexa, Execute Order 99.
Dare I ask what 99 is?
I messed it up. Never mind.
Execute
God damn it!
Execute Order 99. What the fuck is that, my lord?
Hoist by my own Alexa.
Or if you
Cancel.
asked it to execute Order 69, she would reply, nice.
Well,
does he actually do that?
I don't know.
I don't think so, no. Don't
Execute
try
Order
it.
69.
No!
She's not sure. Okay.
She's not sure. Alrighty. Okay. On that note, welcome back to Trademark's Trainwreck, everyone. I think that might be the title of this episode if I can't come up with anything better. Alrighty.
Execute Order 69 in parentheses, nice.
Mm-hmm. Or simply execute Order 99. Either way, let's start the softcore material, everybody, and we're better to start with a fucking hot dog. And no, not the edible kind. You'll see You'll see what I mean by hot dog in a minute. It's the metaphorical kind. First date ends with high-speed police chase.
Okay.
Now you get
Talk about Tinder dates going awry.
This happened August 31st, 2021. A motorcyclist who was arrested following a high-speed police chase told cops that he was, quote, trying to show off, end quote, for his female passenger, with whom he was on his first date. Investigators say that Taylor Beverly, 22, ran through a red light that Saturday night while driving a white 2017 Suzuki with a female passenger. Beverly allegedly looked back and made eye contact with nearby Clearwater Police Department officers as he raced away. So yes, we are indeed in Florida because Clearwater. Fucking Clearwater.
If it's not the Scientologist, it's something else.
Yep. Police then activated their cruiser's lights and siren and sought to make a traffic stop. But when Beverly, quote, drove well over 100 miles per hour and began to weave in and out of traffic and run multiple red lights, they broke off the pursuit. Very similar to that one incident with the cross-dresser in the school bus, who then used a bulldozer / construction vehicle, if we want to go into semantics, to demolish his ex-wife's house.
Okay, then.
Thankfully, this incident doesn't end that way. No, it ends like this. After the cops who initially gave chase alerted other units to be on the lookout for the suspect, Beverly was taken into custody around 10 p.m. after stopping his motorcycle at an intersection.
And outrun radio.
No. You would think that after breaking the law in one part of town, you wouldn't stop in the other. Like, if the cops are looking for you, go full hog, just run all the red lights, just...
Isn't that how jurisdiction works? I mean, once you cross the county line, the sheriff boss hog won't come after you. Isn't that's how it works in Dukes of Hazzard?
Those damn Duke boys! Okay. So after being read his rights, Beverly reportedly confessed and, quote, stated he was trying to show off for his date. His passenger, however, was not impressed.
No!
File that
I'm so surprised.
File that under the category of no shit, Sherlock.
Hey, he's not here, so he can't.
Yeah, he is preoccupied tonight. The woman told cops he was... Future Trade, help me. The woman told cops she was, quote, screaming at him to stop, but he refused, end quote. Officer Kyle Bingham noted that this was their first date. Beverly, who lives in Tampa, was charged with a felony for fleeing cops at high speed with wanton disregard for the safety of others. He was released from the county jail that Sunday morning after posting $10,000 bond. Oh boy, we got a repeat offender. Here we go.
Beverly's rap sheet includes convictions for cocaine possession, probation violation, grand theft, and passing a counterfeit check. Additionally, he was cited for reckless driving and driving an unregistered vehicle following a 2019 motorcycle crash. You know, one would think after a while that a man would just stop. That they would realize that they're not made out to do a specific thing. And in this case, that specific thing is illegal shit. Like, this guy's practically got a fucking bingo card for crimes. Like,
You know, driving an unregistered vehicle, okay? That means the bike he was on was not registered. All right? Now,
yeah.
anybody who rides a bike, okay? Myself, my friends, you know, anybody who does that knows that you don't fuck around with the police because the police hate bikes. Okay? There is something in the police coda that says if you're on a motorcycle and you're doing at least the least little thing wrong, they pull your ass over.
Yeah.
Okay? So he's asking for it in the first place, and he's speeding at 100 miles an hour to get away from the cops. Yeah, this is no. Just
I think it's because, like, in my personal experience, I don't know if anyone else has had this experience, most motorcyclists are a little bit reckless. Not all of them. I'm sure there are a lot of very careful motorcyclists out there, and to them I say, good on you. But otherwise, here in Florida, there are a lot of motorcyclists that just weave in and out of the lanes without a helmet. Might as well be driving the thing with their bloody feet.
You know what? And driving without a helmet is something that any good bike rider will just tell you is an idiocy, because you're just, you know, we call them organ donors.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Like,
you know?
There are so many, like, horror story, like, videos and photographs of, like, guys who were on motorcycles that suddenly crashed and went head first into the road or something, and they come out with, like, a massive fucking chunk of their helmet just sheared the fuck off.
Yep.
Like,
because the road is basically giant sandpaper at that speed.
Oh
yeah. Oh man. So this guy, we're fortunate that this guy is not fucking dead with the shit that he was pulling. He was going over 100 miles per hour with someone behind him just basically screaming at him to stop. I'm amazed that she didn't get off the motorcycle at the intersection. Just get the fuck off and call your friend.
You know, if you're sitting on the back of a bike, that's actually not that hard, depending on the model of the bike. If it's a, crotch rocket Suzuki, yeah, she probably could have just slipped off the end the minute he stopped.
Yeah.
But after you go 100 miles an hour on a bike, and I've been there, you're picking the seat cushions out of your ass. So, you kind of don't want to get off the bike.
Yeah, that is very true. I've had very minimal experience with motorcycles. I personally do not want to ride one ever again because, holy shit. Like, I would prefer being in a oversized casket on wheels rather than a literal crotch rocket. Like, I would rather do that because, like, at least you have more stability with four wheels.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't understand these dickheads just always like, if I go 100 miles per hour, she'll surely want to bone me.
It does give lady boners, but the type of lady boner for girls who hate their dads already.
Yeah, because they want the bad boys. All I'm saying is that faster is not better, and I'll have you interpret that as you may. Moving on to our next article. Oh dear, I don't know if I have a segue for this. It's just, I'm going to read the title and I'm just going to let it sink in for a little bit. Pot-Bellied Iowan 19 faces 2 drug charges.
Yeah, this doesn't surprise me. Land of my relatives.
This happened on August 23rd, 2021. When a, quote, very large bag of marijuana tumbles out of your shirt after the handcuffs have been applied, do not be surprised when the cops ignore your disavowal of ownership of said weed. That's not mine. Someone put it in my shirt. Wish Fanny was here for that callback.
Oh, jeez.
Police responding early Saturday to calls about a disturbance at an Iowa apartment building discovered Kyle Clark, 19, and another man, quote, face-to-face yelling at each other. Upon spotting the Iowa City Police Department officers, Clark tried to walk away from the cops, who noticed he, quote, had a very large bulge under his shirt near the waistline, like he was trying to hide something. When a cop asked if the protuberance was a bag of weed, Clark reportedly tried to walk down the stairs, which was a dead... He walked down a flight of stairs, but it was a dead end. Like, he went to, like, the basement floor or some shit.
Jeez.
Don't mind me, officers. Just going down to my apartment here at the bottom of the stair. Oh, shit. After Clark was handcuffed around 3 a.m., quote, a very large bag of marijuana fell from under his shirt. He claimed it wasn't his. This is a report from Officer Tyler Lacoste. The complaint does not indicate whether Clark explained why he had someone else's stash, which weighed about 4 ounces, nestled against his belly. Clark was charged with felony and misdemeanor drug counts and booked into the Johnson County Jail, from which he was released late Saturday morning. Apparently in a similar case... I think I might remember this particular case. A Louisiana woman denied ownership of meth that was discovered, in her cavity during a 2019 jail strip search. She subsequently pled guilty to a felony narcotics charge. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are caught with an illegal substance on your person, or sometimes in your person, just admit it's yours, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, this random person came and shoved this stash in me. I don't know what to do.
This random person put this under my shirt after I handed money to him for no reason. Ugh. I feel like we've been down this particular road one too many times to make any more jokes about it. Like, these people that are just like, that's not mine. I think we peaked with the that's not mine portion of this show when we got to the guy that had 3 syringes up his butt.
I vaguely remember that, and I'm not sure I want to.
I don't think you were there. I think you might have heard the audio, but it was during the pre-YouTube days. It was the one where Fanny laughed her ass off at my stupid voice. But yeah, ever since then, it's amazing that so many people have the same idea. If they find it, I will just pretend that it isn't mine. I won't explain how it got on my person, but I will deny that it was ever mine. Show me the one person that has ever worked with, and I will give you a fucking cookie. What about you, QD? You've been awfully quiet.
I've got nothing to say, really.
Yeah, I got nothing either. Again, just confess. Just cop up to the fucking ownership. But you'll get less of a punishment, trust me. Moving on to our final softcore article for the night. That last one might have been a bit of a dud, but I've certainly got like a fucking... This one is gonna... How do I put it? This is going to be visually funny. 'Cause just like... Listen to this headline. Listen. Madison policeman with knife... Madison police arrest man with knife after he was sprayed by skunk while hiding. Sometimes karma is a bitch.
Well, sir, you rolled good on your stealth, but you had a surprise encounter.
I had to roll stealth for this enemy, and they got a natural 20, so I had to roll severity. This comes from Madison. Yes, Kitty?
No, I was just saying, well, from bad to worse to just plain down the shitter.
Yep. August 17th, 2021, from Madison, Wisconsin. Madison police say they were able to track down a man wanted in a weapons offense after he was sprayed by a skunk on that Monday night. Officers were originally sent to Brom Street near the Alliant Energy Center just before 9 p.m. This was after they got reports of a man who was high on narcotics and acting out of control while holding a knife. So basically he was pretending to be that stabbing robot from Futurama. Just gotta get my stabs in! Just gotta get my stabs! Hey!
Usually when I think of bad robots on Futurama, it's always the Dawnbot and Clamps.
Ah, yes.
Clamps.
You're getting the clamps. Yo, the Dawn fully supports your rioting. Don't tell anybody. Spread the word. I don't even remember where the...
Anyway.
Yeah. This is another short article, but I like it because it gets right to the point. The man, 37-year-old Michael Ring, allegedly ran off, leading to officers canvassing the area. During the time he tried to hide, police say Ring was apparently sprayed by a skunk. He was eventually found cutting a vehicle's tires with the knife and was arrested. Police say they took him to the hospital for medical clearance after booking him into the Dane County Jail on tentative charges of discharging bodily fluids on a public safety worker. The fuck? Resisting arrest, disorderly conduct while armed, criminal damage to property, and a previous warrant. Okay, let's ignore everything but the one here. Discharging bodily fluids on a public safety worker.
That could mean that could mean a lot of different things. I'm not necessarily familiar with Wisconsin penal code, so I can't necessarily comment too much on it.
Yeah.
But let's not automatically assume that he pissed on a guy or he jacked off and threw his semen like in Silence of the Lambs.
He could have barfed on somebody. That would have counted.
He could have barfed. He could have spat.
Yeah, he could have spat on somebody.
Yeah. So really, it could be anything. We don't really know. Like, that came out of the fucking blue for me.
Considering how reports said that he was strung out, he could be very belligerent when high.
I'm going to attempt.
Excuse me.
I'm going to attempt to find more information, and hopefully I don't get like a copy-paste article. Oh, looky, I found his mugshot. Yay. Let's see if I can find anything. Nope, it's a copy-paste article. Damn it. Well, I'll still save this article just so I can get the mugshot, and his mugshot is, well, the YouTube audience has seen it by now, but I'm going to show my co-host. He has this kind of like vacant expression with that weird kind of like, it looks like a half smile, but that could just be me projecting. Because like, oh yeah, he's high on drugs, so obviously he would be smiling. But yeah, he doesn't look all there. Yeah. Like, he's not...
Yeah, he's got that sort of 500-yard stare.
No, you know what it is. It's like, yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation. Well, it all started. Just that kind of face. I think that is it for the softcore material tonight. And oh boy, it only gets worse from here on out. I will admit, This week's softcore articles have been a little bit tame, a little mild compared to the usual crowd, but the hardcore material, well, we'll see. We'll see how the hardcore material compares. So, any last words before our next music break, lads?
Don't smoke crack.
Something, crack is whack. Alrighty, with those words of wisdom, we'll be right back with Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. Except when it's hot dogs and Mary Jane.
Shouldn't the Karen Supreme come with some sort of really bad dildo as a necklace? You know?
No, because that's too offensive for her children.
No, it comes with sour cream.
Oh, there you go. That works.
It's the secret sauce.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. And yes, we do have the fangirl with us now.
Evening.
Oh, man. So, I have some sequels here for y'all tonight.
Yay! I love a sequel.
Mm-hmm. So,
Who do we got?
So a couple, I think it was probably more than a couple weeks ago, sometime last month, I think, we had an instance of someone on a Miami flight being drunk and groping the flight attendants, the female ones.
Yes, Mr. Duct Tape.
Yeah, Mr. Duct Tape. And, of course, they got the workers, in an effort to keep him under control, duct taped him to his seat. Well,
if you ain't got zip ties.
Well, we have the sort of sequel. Airline tells flight crew. Airline tells. Man, I'm just breaking down for some reason on this sentence.
Trademark.
Airline tells flight crew not to duct tape unruly passengers to their seats.
But then how are we going to make sure they don't fucking act like bullshit?
Lock them in the bathroom. Duct tape the door. We're not duct taping them to their seats. We're just duct taping them in the bathroom. We've got more than one on the plane. Problem solved. Anywho, in all seriousness, this is an article from August 18th, 2021. After several recent incidents in which unruly airline passengers had to be duct taped to their seats, United Airlines sent a memo to their flight crews telling them to find other ways to restrain passengers who get out of hand. Please remember that there are designated items on board that may be useful in difficult situations, and alternative measures, such as tape, should never be used. That's a quote from John Slater, Senior Vice President of In-Flight Services.
This guy needs to experience a shithead on a flight.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to get the fuck out of first class. Go with the rest of us plebs in economy, and get placed next to two large Albanian women with excruciatingly severe body odor,
and in front of a kid who's kicking his seat constantly.
And the kid behind him is thrown up all the time. The flight attendants have run out of Dr. Pepper and salted peanuts, and the in-flight movie is Biodome with Pauly Shore. Oh yeah, and 3 of the airplane engines burned out. We went to a tailspin and crashed into the hillside, and the plane exploded in a giant fireball, and everybody died!
Except for me.
Are you done now?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Have you taken your meds today?
It's a quote from the Weird Al Yankovic
Albuquerque
song.
by Weird Al. Yeah.
Great fucking song. Great shit. But yeah, the designated items include crackers and peanut butter, as well as a blow dart. And a nuclear warhead. That's what I wish he said. Instead, Slater said that the flight attendant should focus on trying to de-escalate the situation. In the year of our Lord and Savior, 2021, they want people to try to de-escalate the situation.
All right, speaking in customer service, there's only a handful of things that can actually de-escalate someone when they are getting ornery. I wish I could use duct tape sometimes in my situation, but we can't, unfortunately. So, in our situation, the only way we can de-escalate people is either by, giving an authoritative attitude, saying, and essentially just making it known we will not deal with the bullshit. Some can pull that off. Some of us cannot. I unfortunately cannot. My tried and true strategy has always been that if I keep calm, patient, and keep up the persona of someone who's trying to help, or is too disappointed that I can't help, then they have no ability to get mad at me. Because I'm literally not being confrontational at all. I am legitimately trying to help with what little power I possess. And when I am unable to, it's not my fault. I just don't have the ability. So they have no other way of being able to get mad at me other than by saying, she's useless. She can't do anything. She's not important enough. Whenever I try to give the authoritative attitude, I just come off as a bitch and as rude.
There's no winning with some people. There is just no winning.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the only ways. Those are the only ways to de-escalate a situation like that.
Yeah.
Like that is either try and keep with the good customer service act until you've either appeased them or made it clear to them that nothing they do is going to get them what they fucking want, no matter what kind of baby brat fit they pitch, or by making it known you will not play that game and you will shut them down.
Mm-hmm. But again, in the year of our Lord and Savior 2021, after all the shit that has happened and all of the wonderful things that attempting to de-escalate a situation have escalated into, this airline wants people to try to de-escalate a situation where a person could potentially go nuts while a metal tube is rocketing through the air at God knows how many miles per hour, God knows how many miles high in the sky.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but what he's doing here is he's skirting a legal thing. He's saying don't use the duct tape, okay? But there isn't another tool that they can use in that emergency situation.
Again,
there really isn't.
Other than perhaps zip ties, but even then, that's iffy.
Again, unless you have a trank gun, or you have that secret drug weapon that the military actually made, which was to basically make the enemy high as a fucking kite, as if they had just smoked 100 bongs or some shit.
Sadly, I actually know which gun you're talking about.
If we could just drug them into a placid state,
compliance.
Compliant state, we could try.
And isn't there supposed to be a plainclothes cop on every plane in this post 9/11 world of ours?
You'd probably know more than me.
I don't know if there are air marshals on every flight, okay? But I do know that they have particular rules that they can't get involved with.
They're just there with a bucket of popcorn.
But it's one of those things that if the guy actually threatens part of the plane, okay, then the air marshal can get involved. But
part of the plane, not the crew. They grope flight attendants. Yeah, that's perfectly legal. But the minute they punch the window, it's just like, oh no.
Right. Well, one is a customer service issue in the eyes of the law. The other one is, a safety issue for the entire plane. So on one level I can see it. On another level, no, it fucking sucks. The air marshal should, if there's an air marshal on the plane, he should get up and go, hey, shithead, I'm an air marshal. Shut the fuck up and sit down. But they don't do that for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when Shirley gets back, he'll correct me on anything I've said that might be incorrect here.
Oh, Shirley. But yeah, moving on with the article. This is what Slater wrote in terms of de-escalating the situation. And I'm gonna say it in the appropriate voice. Address difficult situations calmly by informing, de-escalating, and following our reporting process. In the event you are unable to reach an agreement with the customer about one of our safety-related policies, you should follow your regular de-escalation and training process and always use your best judgment.
And my best judgment is this fucker needs to be duct taped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Slater praised the workers for how they have unhandled the recent uptick in unruly passengers. As you have clearly seen, a few airlines have recently made news about the way they've handled situations on board. When things have evolved, you've relied on all aspects of in-flight safety training, including de-escalation. This professionalism and composure have set us apart from our competitors. The memo comes after several incidents made headlines around the globe. In one instance, a man on a Frontier Airlines flight from Philadelphia to Miami, this is the one we're aware of, he was duct taped to his seat after he groped several flight attendants. In July, a woman on an American Airlines flight was secured to her seat with duct tape after she tried to open the emergency door in mid-air.
Yeah.
The most recent incident occurred last week when a 13-year-old boy was taped to his seat after getting into a physical altercation with his mother and trying to kick out a window on the plane. I think I briefly remember passing by this one, but I deemed not to talk about it on the Trainwreck because, it involved a kid being duct taped to a seat. But yeah, just...
Yeah, there's a point at which the executives of the airline industry are totally out of touch with their employees, and this is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, oh, we have to de-escalate this shit. Use your de-escalation procedures. This person is trying to open the safety door. No, we're gonna fucking duct tape them because it's a complete safety issue for the fucking plane.
Mm-hmm. De-escalate my fucking ass. Would you prefer that that most of your passengers get sucked through the emergency exit because of the air pressure, or would you rather that one passenger had a uncomfortable time because he was duct taped to his seat because he was an idiot? 1 or 100, you pick. Yeah, apparently you picked the 100.
God, I totally want these guys to ride coach for like a year. Just ride coach for a fucking year.
Ride coach for a year,
okay?
And duct tape them.
Yeah, and then watch what the fuck happens that your employees go through. Okay, because I hear stories, and I'm not going to repeat any of the stories.
No, of course not.
But I hear stories, okay, from a relative who is, who talks to the flight crew who works for an airline, and some of the stories she comes back with are just, my God, what these people have to go through when they're when they're in the air is just disgusting. Okay, bonkers. People shouldn't. It's bonkers. It's nuts. People shouldn't have to do this.
No.
This is what happens when you follow the mantra, the customer is always right. No, the customer is not always right.
No, the customer is not always right. The customer is the customer, however, and it is our duty to try and... All right, I'm just going to be upfront and frank about all this. It is our duty as customer service to try and give the customer a good experience within our capabilities. If the customer is determined to be dissatisfied, if the customer is determined to cause a disruption and a ruckus and just be completely disrespectful and unruly, then the customer is wrong. And we, as businesses, whether it's airlines or other businesses, need to be able to just shut that down and just say no. No, we
Yeah.
will not continue to entertain your behavior.
Yeah, but they
Because we-
haven't, and that's the problem. They haven't done that. Okay, we've spent too long coddling people that make bad choices, okay, and act spoiled. All right. And I'm not talking about people that actually have a problem, because there's plenty of airline things that are a problem, okay, like airlines ruining wheelchairs. Okay? Airlines kill more wheelchairs than anything else on the fucking planet.
Mhm.
Okay? Because they break them, okay? And these are the only things that these people have to transport themselves. But you've got these people that get on these planes and they're so full of their entitlement, okay, that it's just my God, we're talking about Mr. Duct Tape here earlier, and it was like, what did he say in that flight? Oh, do you know what my parents are worth? $2 million, and that right there cements the attitude you have of these people. So I just don't know what to do to solve it.
Well, you use a lot of duct tape. That's the
No,
only
next
solution.
time you use super glue. That's how you solve this.
No. We've already had enough horror stories. We have already had enough stories with super glue after the Gorilla Glue Girl and the Gorilla Girl Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
You do know she started her own line of stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
Are you aware? Yeah,
and honestly, with her, I don't mind her starting up her own line. I don't mind, so long as she's doing it to actually benefit people rather than make a profit, because I'm the Gorilla Glue Girl. One would think that that's the last thing she would want to attach herself with after all that shit. Second girl couldn't give two fucks. Because she did exactly that. She said, I can get popular and get money for putting Gorilla Glue in my hair. Anyway.
You fucking stupid.
You fucking stupid. Getting back on track and getting on to our next article, we have our second sequel for tonight. And oh boy, this is hot off the press, and I do mean hot, depending on your perspective and preferences. Ah, man. Nothing like skinny dipping in a stranger's pool.
Oh, jeez.
Woman 42 cops plea to skinny dipping in stranger's swimming pool.
Didn't we have one like this, like a couple months ago?
Yep, like I said, this is the sequel to that.
Maybe, okay.
Maybe we'll finally get information as to why the fuck she was here. This happened today at the time of this recording, which is September 1st, 2021.
Lovely.
The naked woman who was recently found skinny dipping in a stranger's pool has copped a plea to a pair of misdemeanor criminal charges, according to Florida court records. Heather Kennedy, 42, pleaded no contest this Monday to trespass and resisting charges in connection with a bizarre July event at a residence in Port Charlotte. A judge sentenced Kennedy to time she had already served in the Charlotte County Jail and fined her $320. Kennedy was arrested after James Clark, 69, called 911 upon returning from a doctor's visit to discover, quote, a naked white female in her pool. Kennedy was still in the water when sheriff's deputies arrived at Clark's home. After being coaxed out of the pool, Kennedy struggled with deputies as they attempted to handcuff her. Days after being released from custody for the July 19th pool incursion, Kennedy was arrested for breaking into a truck.
Okay.
Oh no. Kennedy, why? Along with burglary, theft, and criminal mischief counts, Kennedy was also charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and introducing contraband into a correctional facility.
Oh, another hoo-ha carrier.
I don't know if it was specifically in her body cavity, but maybe. Yep. It's exactly that.
I called it.
Psychic Greymane. The latter two charges stem from the discovery by jailers of a methamphetamine pipe inside her cavity. Lovely.
Math.
We got another one. Another
Fuck it.
one.
Inside the goddamn cavity.
Oh dear God! Why do people shove things up their asses that ain't supposed to go there?
Oh, it's
It's
not the
Nature's
ass. It's not the
pocket.
ass.
It's not the ass.
It's not the vagina, isn't it?
Yep. I just refer to it as cavity.
Girls, the only things that are supposed to go inside there are dildos and dicks.
Yeah, and if you want a glass dildo, those exist. No need to shove a glass pipe in there.
You could even use your fingers, but don't put fucking meth in there.
Okay, so Kennedy's list of legal troubles also include a probation violation charge related to her conviction earlier this year on a felony narcotics possession rap. Prosecutors contend that Kennedy's most recent callers violated terms of an April 2021 probationary sentence. The narcotics case resulted from a traffic stop that yielded morphine pills, marijuana, crack, and meth pipes. And crack and meth pipes, sorry. Grammar.
Winner.
Kennedy denied ownership of the pills, claiming they were the property of... Oh, right, I forgot about this. She claimed that they were the property of a guy named Crackhead Chris.
Yes. Oh, I remember.
Now I remember too. Fucking crackhead Chris.
Forgot about that.
Oh Lord.
Kennedy is being held in the Charlotte County Jail in Punta Gorda. Oh. Again, why? Like, what?
Math.
Meth. Like,
Math.
I don't have anything to say. I can't say anything about this woman. She is such a hot steaming mess. She is a piñata full of drugs. She is a piñata full of drugs. That is all I've got. That's all I've got. I've run out of steam for this particular person. Like, she's done everything in her power to paint herself in a negative light. Like, high off her ass, skinny dipping in a stranger's pool, stealing a truck, getting in a traffic stop, with morphine pills, marijuana, and crack and meth pipes. Like, she's got all of the drugs, and, again, I want to point out, she denied ownership of the pills. Just the pills. Just the pills. Oh yeah, the marijuana, meth, and crack pipes, those are mine, but the pills, those belong to Crackhead Chris.
What a name. Crackhead Chris.
It would be awesome if that guy existed. Odds are, he does not. Crackhead Chris is like a character that exists in like a Stephen King novel as like the homeless person that dies to It the Clown as an example to the kids as they come back to Derry, Maine as adults. Or some shit, I don't know.
It's not that improbable a story considering some of the things that Stephen King has written. So
I actually found the weirdest book the other day. Getting a little bit off subject. Apparently in one of the Dark Tower books, there's a book within a book called Charlie the Choo-Choo or some shit. And for some reason, Stephen thought, I'll bring this to life in the real world. And it's basically the little engine that could, but the train looks like, well, he looks like someone who would be on a list. I'll just say. Google Charlie the Choo-Choo and you'll see what I mean. Like, he's...
I'm not sure I want to, but okay.
And the best part is Stephen, like, writes it under a pseudonym. But, like, I Googled it and it was like, this was written by Stephen King. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Yeah, only King would write this shit. Granted, it... Again, it's just the little engine that could. There's nothing, like, really Stephen King-y or murdery. It's just the little engine that could, but Stephen King.
God, the grin on that thing.
Yeah, right? Again, he looks like he's on a list. He's on a list somewhere. Okay. So, one last one, and this ain't a sequel. This is something new. This is something I've been holding on to for a bit. Ladies, when you're visiting your man in jail, Keep it brief and keep it simple. Or else you might wind up joining him. Woman arrested for explicit jail video visitation.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. This happened August 15th, 2021. During a video visitation with her jailed boyfriend, a Florida woman, she exposed her breasts and masturbated. According to court records, Danielle Ferrero, 38, don't know if I pronounced that word right, she traveled Sunday afternoon to the Charlotte County Jail for an hour-long virtual visit with inmate Cody Thomas, 25. Ferrero was in the lockup's video visitation building while Thomas was elsewhere in the vicinity. All right, I want to point out, in the COVID days, brilliant idea. Nice work with the virtual visitation thing. Because one, obviously less of a chance for you to catch something, and two, less of a chance for things to get a little bit more physical than you would prefer. Though I guess in this woman's case, she would have preferred for things to have gotten a little bit more physical. The visitation session occurred via internet feed, and there was no physical contact between the inmate and the visitor, cops noted. During their visit, Ferrero and Thomas, quote, frequently talked in a lewd manner, speaking of sex, sexual organs, and sexual activities. This is according to a police report. Ferrero, quote, frequently flaunted and rubbed her breasts, covered, showing the revealing outfit that she was wearing, calling her outfit naughty. After Ferrero mentioned how she repositioned herself and almost had an orgasm, Thomas, quote, asked Ferrero to have one for her, and she began to rock back and forth in her chair, appearing to have one. Near the session's conclusion, Ferrero exposed her breasts to Thomas, quote, resulting in the visitation to be cancelled by staff at the visitation center. I love that everything else was fine, but then exposed breasts.
They're using the YouTube algorithm.
Like, apparently once the tits come out, it's all done.
Yep. At the time of the August 8th incident, Thomas was about a third of the way through a 30-day sentence for possession of drug paraphernalia and driving without a valid license. He was arrested during an April traffic stop while behind the wheel of Ferrero's car. She was in the passenger seat. After police found a needle containing meth, Thomas reportedly assured Ferrero, "Don't worry, I told them it all belonged to me." He's a keeper, lady! He's a keeper! Upon arriving Wednesday at Ferrero's Punta Gorda apartment, hey, that's familiar, cops told her she was being arrested for, quote, exposure of sexual organs in a public workplace. I want to point out that the article doesn't say plural. Exposure of sexual organ. I don't know if that's grammar or what. Ferrero then declared, "I cannot believe that showing Cody my boobs would get me arrested."
No. Really?
That's something for a t-shirt.
I'm mystified how that happens.
See, that's why, visitation is often supervised. That's one thing. And that's why you can't show your boobs there. Now, if there was conjugal visit, which I think is being phased out or is falling out of fashion, usually they'll give you a room so you can
boingy boingy,
hubba hubba, all that other euphemism in peace.
Hello, nurse.
So, while Thomas's name has been redacted from the police report, it has been confirmed that he was the prisoner with whom Ferrero visited. Ferrero was released on bond on Friday, but she is scheduled for arraignment on September 1st. Hey, the time of this recording. Good luck! In addition to the misdemeanor exposure rap, Ferrero is also facing a probation violation count related to her conviction last month for theft. In a plea deal, Ferrero was sentenced on July 21st to 3 years probation for swiping FedEx packages left outside a Port Charlotte residence. You're going to hell, lady. It was all fun and
Mm.
games up until the package swiping. You're going to hell. There's a special place in hell for you. Ferrero's rap sheet includes convictions for battery, criminal mischief, grand theft, public intoxication, drunk driving, and disorderly conduct. Since she had been convicted in multiple theft cases, Ferrero was charged with a felony for her recent porch pirate activity. And there's a similar incident, semi-related to this. Last May, a Florida woman was arrested on a lewd and lascivious exhibition charge for allegedly exposing herself and masturbating with a sex toy during a video call with her imprisoned boyfriend. Prosecutors subsequently declined to pursue the felony case.
Okay.
I get that when it comes to being in prison, there is little to no option for spank material. Unless, you're willing to change some preferences. But you think you could wait a little bit and, tell your partner to cool their jets for a while? Just... What do you got? What have you guys got? Because I'm running on fumes with this one in particular.
I mean, what are we going to say here? Because she literally, exposed herself on camera. Whether it was, slip the guy a boob or something like that, or something, more lascivious. It's there's not much, there's not much you can say about it. She committed the crime on camera.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not like, they're going to give him an unmonitored camera feed.
Yeah, it's not a private feed.
In prison. It's
not like Pornhub, darling. Even then, Pornhub's not like Pornhub because everyone's fucking watching the feed.
Exactly, and on top of that, sweetheart, just no.
Just no. No.
Like, again, time and place for kinky shit. We're not gonna yuck someone's yum. But again, there's time and place for kinky shit.
Prison's not one of them.
It's very much not one of them.
Yeah. We're not kink shaming, not at all. If you want to dress sexy, if you want to show your boyfriend your stuff, that's fine. Don't show it to him while he's in jail.
no good can come of this.
Yeah. Other people can see that shit. People know.
No, how can they know? How could they possibly?
They're gonna know.
I cannot believe that showing Cody my boobs would get me arrested. I'll take things I never expected someone to say for 500, whoever's replacing
LeVar.
Alex. Oh yeah, it's LeVar at this point. Is it? No, wait,
I think
LeVar
it's,
quit, didn't he?
No,
Well, LeVar was never chosen, but
Yeah.
but they just dumped the guy that they did choose.
And they're gonna choose someone else. So
They're
Just
gonna
put-
choose somebody
just
else.
put
So
Mr.
we still got a chance.
Just put Mr.
Currently-
LaForge in there, coach. Just do it.
Currently, though, Mayim Bialik, who of Blossom and
Big Bang.
Big Bang Theory fame.
Yeah, she's
is
doing the
the
specials. She's
That
doing all
said-
the specials.
That said, I think she. That said, I think her stance on vaccination might come back to bite her in the ass.
Yeah, let's not go into that one either.
I agree. Suffice to say, no. You're supposed to be a doctor. You should know better.
Yeah.
Yes, you're a person of science, and you have a stance that is anti-science.
Come
No.
on.
So, anyway,
I think that's a good note to leave off on. Oh boy, this one drained me. This one really drained me. I don't know if it's because I'm tired or some shit, but this one drained me because of the stupid.
it's stupid. It is draining.
It's too much. It's too much. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fan all the time. With me here tonight has been RandomGreymane.
The stupid, it burns.
Cutie Hazen.
It's like middle school all over again.
And the Fangirl.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yep. Couldn't have put it better myself. So our theme song was created.
I'm out.
So our theme song was created by Marivex, and our banner art was created by Court Awesome. You can find their social media, our social media, and the links to all the articles we discussed in the description below in the YouTube iteration, where I look forward to you liking, commenting, and subscribing to the YouTube channel. And yes, Greymane, I do hope that one day someone will buy me a coffee.
Buy the man a coffee.
It would be
Buy the man
very
a coffee.
It would be very generous. It's not expected, but it is appreciated.
He could really use a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Buy the man a coffee.
It would be nice. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. So, my name is Trademark, and good night.
Good night, nurse.
Hey, wait a minute, that was my stop!